Hello, hello, and happy summer. Hey, let's talk about the real estate market in the Denver metro area. It's the end of June 2026, so we are full into summer at this point, and the market is doing the things that real estate markets tend to do in the summer, which, contrary to popular belief, is they slow down just a little bit. Right? As the Denver market moves through spring, we see the highest number of buyer activity throughout the year. We see more pending homes, more sold homes as we go through the spring. And then by the middle to end of June, it really starts to quiet down a little bit. And the Denver metro market is cyclical in this way. It happens every single year in the summer. And it's just in response to the school schedule here in the Denver metro area. We tend to get out of school by the end of May, and kids return to school usually at the beginning of August, the first week or two of August. So that just means our summer sales cycle is a little bit shorter than, say somewhere on the East Coast where the kids don't go back to school until after Labor Day, right? So a little bit shorter than that. One of the things that's unique this year is we've got the conflict in Iran that is really impacting uh, some buyer confidence in the market. So there's a little less buyer activity this time of year than there typically is. And that's led to a couple of things. First, interest rates are stable. They've been stable, but they're just a tad higher than they were in the spring. So those two things partner together. We're seeing a few less buyers on the market. And we're also seeing, and this is a really interesting one, we're seeing fewer investors on the market. It looks like, with some of the big IPOs recently, um, it looks like investors may be heading to different markets, and not really focusing as much on the real estate market. There's some legislation that's looking um, to kind of curb this. And so I just don't think there's a lot of what I would call elective real estate transactions happening right now. And for most investors, all transactions are going to be elective in nature. So people who still have to move, people who still have to buy and sell, well, they are doing that. They're doing that with a lot of confidence. And they're finding some great opportunities, even in the heat of the summer. Right. So, some of the best opportunities in real estate right now, I'll tell you, if you are a first time home buyer, if you are a first time home buyer, or if you are looking to purchase your next home and maybe keep your existing home as a rental, or you don't have to sell it today, those buyers are finding fantastic opportunities right now. There's not as much competition in the market. They're getting really, really good prices. And interest rates, like I said, are really stable. So they're not having to make rushed decisions, right? They're able to really figure out where they want to go and take advantage of that in the market. If you're selling right now, I think one of the opportunities is just to look at your strategy. If your strategy and your plan allows for a little bit of breathing room, right? Then you can still really be you can still really get a price that you're probably pretty happy with in this market. I mean, we're still very near the tippy top of the Denver real estate market, right? Prices have started to decline a little bit year over year, but they're still, if you look at where they were 5 years ago, I mean, man, you're still able to capitalize on a really great equity position right now. Just have a little bit of patience because it may take a little bit longer. Days on market has increased, especially as we get into these summer months. Days on market does tend to be just a little bit longer. So, patience is the name of the game there. Here's the biggest win, I think, if you are looking for if you're looking for an investment opportunity, especially in two very different ends of the market. The first end of the market on entry level, low priced condominiums, low price condos that may not be accessible via conventional financing because the condo questionnaire won't allow it to be warrantable. Okay. If that's the case, and you're able to either purchase with cash or put a lot of money down, there are some smoking hot deals on that end of the market right now. I mean, absolutely fantastic. That's great for like long-term holds, for rentals. It absolutely fantastic opportunities there. And then on the other end of the market, let's talk multifamily. Let's take smaller multifamily, two, three, and four plexes. Two, three, and four plexes. Those are the types of investments, investment properties that tend to be great for the average Joe, right? For somebody who's not a full-time real estate investor or real estate mogul, or doesn't want to have like a 50-door building, right? Because that's a whole different commitment. Those two, three, and four door multifamily properties are generally very accessible to get in. Under maybe $1.5 million in the Denver metro area with only 20% down. It is a great place to be able to do that. Rental rates are still fairly strong. You can work with a great property manager to really maximize your investment there and hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it. If you're buying now to want to turn it over in a year or two and see a profit, well, this isn't the market for it. But if you want to buy now to be able to hold it for 8 to 10 years, this is your day. There are a ton of deals right now in that section of the market because, like I said, some of the investors have backed off. They've backed off of that corner of the market. So you can walk right in, get a great deal, capitalize on your investment right away, take that long-term strategy, and really put your money to work for you. So if you have more questions about your strategy or how you can win in today's hot summer market, well, call me. I'm Anna Kibble, your partner for everything real estate in the Denver metro area. 303-669-2194. Have a great summer. We'll talk soon.